Hey guys, Dallas again with Chaos Fragrances. Today we're back with another episode of Fragrant Face-Offs. This time we're going to be taking a look at Versace Dillon Blue versus Bvlgari Aqua Atlantique. So these fragrances get compared to each other a lot, so I kind of want to make a video discussing how similar they are, whether or not you should own both of them, which one you should buy, things like that. Before we get into this, guys, make sure you give this video a like, that way I know you guys are enjoying the content. Also don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss when I post. And also make sure you stick around till the end of the video because I have an important announcement I'm going to be making, so definitely stick around for that. So with that, guys, let's go and get right into it. We'll start out with Dillon Blue. This one basically takes Dior Sauvage and Acqua di Gio Profumo and you get this. So it's basically taking the incense patchouli from Profumo and the ambroxan bright kind of opening from Sauvage, and that definitely is a pretty good way of describing this. This one definitely has more of a sweeter vibe to it and also a little bit more of a young smell. Not saying that it couldn't be worn by more mature, older guys. It could be, but it just kind of has this almost Hollister cologne type of vibe to it, so it makes it good for younger guys, but also for dudes that are older as well, it'll work fine. Now with Aqua Atlantique, now this one basically takes kind of the DNA of this and adds in a salty marine note that this line is well known for. I actually really like this one. To me, this one smells a lot more like Sauvage off the opening and then kind of turns into Dillon Blue a little bit in the dry down, but of course it does maintain that aquatic kind of salty marine note throughout the whole thing. And for that, I actually kind of prefer this one over Dillon Blue just because it gives it a little bit more of a uniqueness factor, and I really do like the kind of aquatic salty fragrances. If you're not a fan of those fragrances, you probably won't like this one, but for me, really enjoy it. It gives it kind of a different twist on this type of DNA, makes it a little bit more unique, and it works really well on my skin. I know some people say that this one smells like eggs on their skin. Again, I don't get any sort of thing like that, so must be lucky, but it does good on me and I really like it. It just has this really nice ambroxan-y, salty, aquatic freshness to it. This one smells the most like a shower gel out of all of them, in my opinion. I would describe this one smelling like walking on the beach after you just got out of the shower, because it has this nice cooling body wash type of smell with that saltiness. So it just reminds me of you're staying, on a beach house, you walk out of the beach house after you just showered and you take a walk alongside the ocean. That's what this smells like to me, because it has that really clean freshness but with that nice salty accord to it that I really like. So like I said, this one would be a bit more daring than this one. Not to say that both of these are daring by any means, they really aren't compared to some other fragrances out there, but if you were to choose which one is a little bit more unique, a little bit more daring, it would definitely be this one. So I recommend grabbing a sample of it, testing it actually on your skin, not just paper, to see how it works for you, see if people react good to it on your skin, because that salty note can put some people off, but the people that will like it will really like it. To me, Dillon Blue is a little bit more geared towards evenings, while this is a little bit geared more towards daytime. Like I said, this has this kind of sweetness to it, a little bit of a dark edge to it, while this one is mostly bright, crisp, salty, aquatic, more for daytime, but both could be worn either in day or night, because they both are very versatile. But I just can't get over how good the saltiness, the marine note of this smells. I just love it. Now, performance is really good on both of these. Both will easily last you over 8 hours, but this one does last longer. This is one that I go anosmic to extremely quickly, but it's still going to be on my skin for a very long time, projecting really nicely. This is one that, again, I've smelled the next day when I wake up in the morning. I smell it kind of when I get in the shower and it starts to heat up. So this one lasts a very long time on skin, but it is something that, depending on your nose, you may go anosmic to it quickly. Another one I go anosmic to quickly is Sauvage, which this one is similar to, so that would explain that. I'm assuming it's the ambroxan that my nose just doesn't really agree with, and it just goes nose blind too quickly. So just keep that in mind. That may happen with you, that may not. This one though, don't really go nose blind to that one, but it does last me a very long time. I've gotten compliments after the 8-hour mark, and it just does really good, projects nicely. So neither of these are bad in the performance by any means. Both are above average, especially for this type of fresh fragrance. So if you're choosing one based off of performance, both are really good if you want something that's just going to last. But really, the average person is only going to need about the performance that this one gives you. So both are great in the performance category. As far as which one of these you should buy, if you're just going to be blind buying, I would probably go with this one because it is a little bit more safe. But if you are willing to take a risk, if you like aquatic fragrances, if you're a fan of this Aqua line from Bvlgari, then you could go with this one, but I would recommend sampling it first if you're not really familiar with this line and you don't really like these kind of salty marine notes. Then sample this one because it could be a little bit too daring. Price point, both of these are on the cheaper side. This one is actually a little bit cheaper. I actually picked this one up from FragranceNet. It was a tester for like $25 for 100 mil like a while ago, which was really good. So really couldn't pass it up at that price, so I got it, and it's definitely worth that price. Like I said, performance is great, it smells very nice, but getting this new in box would be around, I think, $40 for 100 mil, maybe a little bit cheaper. This one, getting it new, would be around the same, $40 or $50 for 100 mil. So if you're choosing on price, both are great, both are around the same price, so really no kind of winner there. So it really just comes down to which one you like better. If you're willing to take a risk, if you want something a little bit more daring, go with this one. But if you're wanting something that's safe for the office, just clean, fresh, you know it'll work always, I would go with this one. It's just gonna work a little bit better for most people. So guys, that is my comparison on these two fragrances. I probably will review this one, like a full review, sometime this summer, so definitely keep a lookout for that because this is a very nice one. I'll probably be wearing it a lot. And real quick guys, these are different enough that you can own both of them, no problem. There's times when I reach for this one, there's times when I reach for this one, so really you can own both. They aren't that similar. I will review this one coming up in the next couple months, so definitely stay tuned. So that's it for this video guys, and real quick to the announcement, I'm going to be starting a Patreon page. Now I know this is kind of something that gets talked down upon in the community. A lot of people get pissed off when you say you're starting a Patreon page. The main reason I'm doing it is because I love creating content for you guys. You guys know I post twice a week on my channel, and it's free content, it's free value for you guys, so that way you can learn about fragrances and so that you can be entertained. Now I do want to create more content for you guys, however I don't really have the time to do that right now and release all of it for free. I was trying to do around 3 times a week on this channel a while ago, and it just got to be a little bit too much, so I had to cut it back. But I really just want to keep making a bunch of content for you guys. You guys know I'm all about adding free value, which is why I make these videos. I don't get paid really that much at all. I don't get sponsored that much where I'm making like $1,000 a video or something crazy like a lot of these people seem to think. So I want to create this Patreon page so that I can release some exclusive content. Now I haven't launched it yet. I'm probably not going to for yet another month or two, but I just want to give you guys a heads up. Now depending on which tier you go with, you get different perks and rewards. So the first tier will get you access to any vlogs, some behind the scenes. You'll get early release, so if I decide to release a video a day or two early, you'll get to see it before everyone else. And some things like that you will get just at the first tier. And that's also a great way for you to just say thank you. If you really don't care too much about getting all the other rewards, you just want to give me a little thank you by donating there, you can do that. And then as the tiers go up, you'll start to get more value and more content, because like I said, it does take time to make these videos, so the more you're paying, the more content and the more value you will get. Another thing you'll have access to is a monthly decant giveaway. Now for all my Patreons, every month I'm gonna try to do a decant giveaway from my own personal collection to give back to you guys for supporting me through that and for signing up for my extra content. So that's one other thing to look forward to as well. And starting at the very last tier, which is the one I'm most excited about, will be the one where I talk about more technical things. So that'll be stuff on how I make these videos, you know, how I shoot, how I edit, how I plan, any sort of camera moves and visual effects and things like that I'll also go over. And I'll also go over how you can start your own channel, because that's something a lot of people will say, oh yeah, I've been thinking about starting one, but you know, I don't know if I should, I don't know really how to do it. So I'm gonna go over how I personally started my channel, how you can grow it from 0 to 100 very quickly, and like I said, just how I was able to grow my channel so fast in the short amount of time I have, and just things like that, basically giving you as much value as I can. Definitely be looking forward to that one, guys. I'm going to try to launch that here within, like I said, the next month or two. I just want to make sure I take my time and set everything up how it should be, get some content kind of pre-made, so that way you guys will have something as soon as you join. I just want to make it clear that I'm not doing this to ask for money. This isn't a required thing. This isn't something that's going to take away from this main channel. Uploads are still going to be going as scheduled here, nothing changing like that. But like I said, this is going to give you something that if you want a little bit more and you want to support me along the way, you can do that. But again, this is 100% optional. If you don't want to support me through that, that's okay. It means the world to me that you guys support these videos just as they are, and this will give you something a little bit extra, because I have been asked in the past if I was going to start one, and I really didn't want to, but now I've wanted to release some more content for you guys. I just don't have the time to do it for free because that takes away from my personal time, that takes away from time I could be working. So that's why I'm going to be doing it this way. So like I said, guys, 100% optional. If you want to, you can just kind of keep a lookout. I'll make a video or something when it does go live. It's just something that, again, you can get some more value, some more content. So guys, that's my little announcement. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, guys, you know what to do.